Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. Today we are gonna discuss about how to use a multimeter. And my name is Muhammad Iman Daniel bin Mizan and my matrix number is 07DEE23F1007 and my partner is
My name is Mohammed Farhan bin Supardi. My matrix number is 07DEE23F107976. What is a multimeter? A multimeter, also known as a volt ohm milliammeter volt ohm meter or VOM, is a measuring instrument that can measure multiple electrical properties. A typical a typical multimeter can measure voltage, resistance, and current, in which case can be used as a voltmeter, ammeter, and ohmmeter. Some features the measurement of additional properties such as temperature and capacitance. capacitance.
analog multimeter. Analog multimeter are electrical test instruments which are used to measure voltage, current, resistance, frequency, and signal power. Analog multimeter use a needle along a scale. Switch range analog multimeters are very cheap but are difficult for beginners to read accurately, especially on resistance scale.
How to measure resistance using ohm range? To measure the resistance of a resistor, you must go to the ohmmeter range on the analog multimeter and set it to the appropriate range of value. For example, this resistor have 75 ohms, so we used to we use the range lower than the true value of the resistor. For instance, 10 times range value in the multimeter.
Tadi ada yang masuk. How to measure voltage using DCV range? When you want to measure voltage, you must go to the DCV range on the multimeters. After that, you must put it at the right value of the range in the DCV range. You must also know that we use DCV to measure the battery voltage because it is a type of direct current. For example, in the picture above, the voltage given of the battery is 3 volts. So we use 10 value of the range in the DCV range on the multimeter to give us the closest answer we want to get.
How to measure ampere using DCA range? To measure the resistance of a resistor, you must go to the ohm meter range and on the analog multimeter and set it to the appropriate range of value. For example, this resistor have 75 ohms, so we use the range lower than the true value of the resistor. For instance, 10 times range value in the multimeter.
Precaution when handling the meter while measuring. Before you take measurement with your multimeter, you should visually inspect it first. Check the meter, test probes, and the accessories over for sign of physical damage. Make sure all plugs fit securely and keep an eye out for exposed metal or any cracks in the casing. You should never use a damaged meter or damaged test probes. After the visual inspection is done, check to make sure your multimeter is working properly and never just assume it is. You should also avoid using the multimeters in hazardous or unsafe environments so that you can measure in peace and also you can be ensured that nothing can harm you when you are measuring.
In conclusion, if you are unsure or unfamiliar with a specific measurement or technique, consult the multimeters manual or seek guidance from a qualified professional. Always prioritize safety when working with electrical circuit and device.
That's all from us and thank you.
Thank you.